Good morning, kids. Today we're checking out a brand new video from Outside Xbox of 7 most extreme boss transformations we didn't see coming. Let's hop in and see how these bosses changed. I was going to think of something, got nothing, I
When
just
we
said
start
that.
a fight, we like to know what we're getting into, and that we stand a pretty good chance of coming out on top, which is why you won't find me being anything but respectful to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. If you're watching, sir, thank
Doing
you
the
for your
what?
many fine movies. That's why it's such a bastard when you're squaring up to a video game boss who seems like they should be a pushover, only for them to suddenly transform into something you wouldn't want to fight, even if it were blocking the exit to a movie theater showing one of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's films.
Oh,
Again, all excellent. Anyway, here are 7
I think I get
transforming
it.
bosses who certainly didn't look like that when we decided to fight them. Enjoy!
Can't see how killing the president is good for the country.
Derek Simmons, Resident Evil
we have
6.
Leon to thank for that.
God damn you, Simmons!
Dispose of them.
Oh,
The Resident Evil
I know
series
this
is no
guy.
stranger to transforming bosses, although most of the time said
Well, I guess all
transformation
of us
just
do.
involves them getting eyeballs where there really shouldn't be eyeballs.
Way too many eyeballs in way too many places.
Like, can he see out of that? Seems like it would be
I
confusing.
think he can.
However,
I think
the
he
record
can.
for most transformations has to go to Derek Simmons, the antagonist of Resident Evil 6, who's been trying to create a clone of Ada Wong and gets a syringe full of C-virus in the neck for his troubles.
Oh, there you go. Damn, and he was lit on fire.
She got me.
This virus is powerful stuff, apparently,
You
because Derek's
bastards.
DNA goes absolutely haywire, which is bad news for you, because now you're no longer
Ooh,
fighting a C-suite executive, but rather a C-virus monster who first attacks you as a snarling, skinless, saber-toothed tiger.
You gotta admit, though, that is badass.
Before turning into a kind of big cat centaur.
Tell me I'm seeing things! Leon, no!
Still epic.
For you!
And when that doesn't
Gross,
work, he
but
tries
still.
turning into a dinosaur.
Now, hold on. Before we continue on, just gotta ask him, where is he getting all this mass? As like the cat one, I could see that. The centaur, it's a stretch but believable. Becoming a mother freaking T-Rex. Nope, lost me. I can't see a human becoming that. Then again, kind of all the virus mutations all is just cancerous cells without control. So, okay, I just talked myself into it.
And then the big cat centaur thing again.
He's still alive.
And finally, a huge monstrous fly.
Elena, what's going on?
Now that I just can't buy.
Like, pick a lane, Derek. You're all over the place. Literally, in this case.
Ooh, explosion. Oh, no, that was just an impact. Bardo Garcia? Is that how you say the name? It's probably not. I'm probably wrong. Let me know how it's actually pronounced down in the comments below. What the? Oh, hold on. Okay, that was strange. The camera was like straight frozen. Anyway, we're back. Sorry about that, I didn't notice that at first, guys.
Beasts all over the shop. You'll be one of them, sooner or later.
Pretty much every enemy you encounter in From Software's gothic Souls 'em Up Bloodborne looks like something
Still
you'd
love
find
it.
drawn in blood on the walls of a Victorian insane asylum. So when you first square up to early game boss Father Gascoigne, it's kind of a relief
Oh,
to see that he's
Gascoigne.
pretty
There
much
you
a
go.
regular dude. Sure, he's a bit disheveled and looks like his breath smells terrible, but Gascoigne is a hunter, same as you, so on the face of it, this should be a pretty fair fight, right?
Yeah, no. Dude's been
And for
training.
2/3 of the fight it is, even though Father Gascoigne has succumbed to his bloodlust and has some extremely nasty weapons and attacks, the two of you fight on equal footing.
Well, the guy also has a shit ton of training against you.
Reduce his health enough, though, and all that changes as Gascoigne suddenly detonates in a cloud of black smoke and transforms into a ferocious beast-like creature that can pounce huge distances, totally shred you with his terrible claws, and
Oh,
smash through
jeez.
anything he feels like.
Dude's become an absolute wolf.
You, usually.
Oh, I guess that was that. I honestly wasn't expecting that to end so fast. So, moving on.
Creature, you would throw away hope. Well, I will free you
Who is
before you
this?
can drown in your sorrow. It is better for you to die in hope than to live in despair. Let me be your liberator.
Final Fantasy is a series known for its
I
intimidating
choose to
bosses,
live.
but at first sight, Lady Yunalesca from Final Fantasy X doesn't seem all that intimidating, especially as you seem to have interrupted her halfway through getting dressed.
Honestly, at least has her hair done.
Don't be deceived though, because Lady Y is one of the toughest fights in the whole game, thanks to her transformations that you definitely won't see coming. After her relatively normal first phase, Lady Y decides that standing around here in her underwear isn't getting the job done, and so transforms into her second form, in which demonic tentacles lift her into the air.
Oh, and here we go. Oh, this is the big head we saw at the
As
beginning.
if that wasn't enough, her third phase ditches her original form pretty much entirely, letting it hang out on a hair platform high above the fight, while the actual fighting is done by a hideous Medusa-style face and vicious hair snakes down on the ground.
Yeah, there it is. See? It's the big head.
No wonder she didn't have time to finish getting dressed. Doing her hair must take hours.
Man struggles to understand.
Actually, hold on. Before we go on, it doesn't look like she's transforming at all. It just looks like she's pulling up more of her real body. Which I guess you could call a type of transformation.
One another. You can only truly know
Izanami?
a finite number of people within
Is that how you
your
pronounce it?
lifetime. But humans disregard this fact and try to know more people than is possible. Only by comparing yourself to others can you define yourselves. Thus, your ever-present anxiety.
You know what? That
High
makes
school
a
was
hell
tough
of a
for
lot
lots
of
us
sense.
for lots of reasons, but most people's experiences are going to pale in comparison to the kids from Persona 4, whose high school days included, but are not limited to, bodies hanging from antennas, accidentally entering a
Ooh.
TV world, and worst of all, having to go camping.
It's King Moron.
At the end of all this, your plucky band of traumatized teens has to face off against the final boss, Izanami, who starts out looking like a fairly
Okay, it is
normal-looking
Izanami.
woman, even if she does have red eyes, an Evil Dead voice, and for some reason, 6 collars.
Humans ache to expose their suppressed
Meh.
sides, while the
Wait,
pride
is it 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay, it is 6.
eyes
Okay.
around them are curious.
I had to
see
count, don't
what
worry about it.
they bear.
After a brief bit of expository chat, Izanami starts hovering, which is generally considered a bad sign, even if you aren't in a JRPG.
Very well. I will decide your
Fortunately
fate
for
now.
you are. And this is when Izanami transforms into a giant bandaged, straight-jacketed mummy thing with floating hair and too many collars to count.
Knowledge of the truth is not everything.
You'd think the straitjacket might slow her down, but Izanami is more than
It's
capable of
not.
kicking your ass like this, hitting you with everything but the kitchen sink and plenty of lightning attacks.
Wow, it's a lot of
Still, this is
lightning.
probably it for transformations, you're thinking, at which point she decides
Nope.
to show you her true splendor. And when a JRPG character starts talking like that, you know you're in for a rough time.
Whoa. Oh, she's been released from the straitjacket.
I am a god.
No,
I'll
Kuma.
teach you the truth of your minuscule existences.
That's right, Izanami
You
is now
look
transformed
badass.
into a third form, this one a red skeleton thing with absolutely loads of arms to smack you with.
Well, that's
And a new
scratch,
attack
but
called
still.
Thousand Curses, where these demonic arms drag you straight to hell.
Not a chance!
You got some balls, man. Why would you do that?
Yusuke-senpai! No!
So when you put it into perspective, I guess my school, making me run cross-country every Thursday in winter, wasn't actually that bad.
And now,
Yeah, no.
this boxer needs no introduction. That's because
Rumble,
I
man.
am your next opponent.
2000's Ready to Rumble Boxing Round 2 for the Sega Dreamcast had you fighting against a colourful cast
Huh.
of boxers, ranging from cowboys to Hong Kong action stars to a literal boxing machine. The game also
Okay, no,
featured
that's
some
actually
real-life
kind of
figures
cool.
appearing as fighters, including Shaq, Bill and Hillary Clinton, and Michael Jackson,
Ah.
none of whom are particularly known for their boxing prowess, but who are more than capable of kicking your ass here. Most
Okay,
surprising
that's
of
a
all
little
these
funny.
fighters, however, is the game's final boss, the championship fight of the game, the mysterious Rumble Man. Through your single-player journey in Ready to Rumble Boxing Round 2, you'll be announced to the ring by Michael Buffer, a real-life boxing announcer best known for his catchphrase, after which the game is named.
Let's get ready to rumble. Alright, 2 thumbs up. You gotta
Show
give
up for the
props to
final
that.
fight, your opponent will be nowhere to see, at which point it becomes apparent that the fight is going to be against Buffer himself, and it's going to be a lot harder than that sounds, because that's when he transforms into the terrifying Rumble Man.
Let's get ready for Rumble Man!
Oh, damn, he blew out the mic.
Just me, Rumble Man.
Oh, you
Standing
broke
8
out
foot
your shit.
4
Just
and
taking
weighing
them off at that
510
point.
pounds, Rumble Man is a giant with power to match, making this easily the hardest fight in the game.
Oh, out of the
Except
ring.
possibly the fight Michael Buffer is going to have trying to return his tuxedo to the rental place after this. That thing is ruined.
He probably owns it. Ah, here we go. Omega Flowey. Yeah, no one expects the Omega Flower. I mean, we barely did a number on Asgore because we weren't that strong. I mean, have you ever tried
There are
killing
few
the final
characters in
boss at
gaming
level
with
1?
a bigger disparity
It's difficult.
between how threatening they look and how threatening they actually are than Flowey, the main antagonist of smash hit lo-fi RPG Undertale. That said, it's not
what's
like
going
Flowey
on?
tries to hide his true nature. At the very start of the game, the first character you
No,
meet...
no, hold on. Stop the transformation. And look at that. Why is all level 0 and our HP only 1 of 1? That is... something's messed up.
Meet is this talking flower, who initially seems friendly and helpful, only to attempt to murder you some 30 seconds after you start playing.
And you did. You gotta dodge, you fool.
Flowey remains a thorn in your side as you travel through the game, but you'd be forgiven for thinking, despite his scheming and deviousness, he isn't much of a threat, on account of how he's literally a small flower. That is until you get to the end of a neutral run of the game, at the point in the
Which you
story
have to get
when Flowey
first.
absorbs the souls of 6 humans who fell into the underground in which the game is set.
And welcome
Not only is
to
Flowey now
hell.
super powerful, but he's also gotten rid of your save file to stop you being able to reload to prevent this from taking place. And then, to really underline just how screwed you are, he transforms into the most terrifying thing in the entire
And
game,
behold.
Photoshop Flowey.
Welcome to Absolute Hell. Population 2.
This hideous mishmash of plant life, meat, organs, and technology takes up 3/4 of the entire screen and is most definitely not effing around, blasting
Nope.
flamethrowers, projectiles, and damaging twisty vines that'll all destroy your health faster than one of those sandwiches Elvis used to eat.
Wait, what? Wait, how does it...
Still,
I
at least
think
it
I'm
can't get
lacking
any
some
scarier
info.
than this. There's some comfort in that. Oh, a screaming
Oh,
human
boy.
face. Guess I was wrong. To make things even worse, if you do manage to best Photoshop Flowey, he just reloads his save and tries
Wait.
again.
Wait for it. Wait for it. There you go.
Which is cheating, unless I do it. Then it's fine.
I'm new to player. Ah, the Heisenberg fight. Honestly, a great one.
To grind Miranda into paste.
My daughter is not.
Oh yeah, and this is actually the final guy of the video. Unfortunately, you don't get to see his transformation. You get to see the aftermath.
Last chance. You don't want to find out what's in that hole.
I'll take my chances.
So be it.
Your funeral.
Perhaps the most striking thing about Resident Evil Village is how deeply strange its villains are. Well, that and how absolutely wrecked your hands get.
Oh god, yeah, that's right. Ah,
This rogues gallery of weirdos is introduced early in the game in a memorable scene when they all have a massive bickering argument.
man, you gotta admit, Ethan gets some shit luck to his hand. And in the first one, he gets his hand cut off and just stapled back on, and yet it somehow still works. We all know why. In this game, he gets, like, half of his left hand eaten off, then later on, he's stabbed through both hands. This hand shouldn't make any sense to be stabbed through, and then later on, he gets this hand just sliced off. At that point, the guy's just probably got to be like, why is it always the hands? Why?
In front of you, and you
Why the
realize you're now
hands?
at the mercy of a massive vampire, a gross fishman, some sort of haunted puppet, and at first glance, the most normal of them all, a regular-looking guy with a big hammer.
Shut your damn mouth! And
Love
don't
it.
be a sore loser! Go find your food somewhere else.
This is Karl Heisenberg, one of the four lords of the area and owner of the Heisenberg Factory, a big industrial complex where he's apparently churning out cyborg soldiers with drills for hands.
Also, he's the, in my opinion, like the best enemy of the whole game.
Naturally, you're not keen
Villain,
on that,
that's what I
so it
meant.
seems clear that you and Heisenberg are going to come to blows, especially after he dumps you into the basement of his factory and makes you fight a bunch of his drill-armed guys. But you're probably feeling pretty confident
Chainsaw
about
blade.
your odds, because at this point you fought tall vampires, fish monsters, and, well, fought is the wrong word, but survived a giant horrible baby. I think one guy with a hammer won't be too much of a problem.
Ah, God, that thing is grotesque.
Especially because right before the fight, Chris Redfield shows up to give you a go-kart covered with guns and chainsaws that he, I guess, made. Whatever, thanks, Chris. This is going to make things a piece of cake.
Oh yeah, it does. And there he is.
Except for the fact that when you show up to the boss arena in your little gun go-kart, it becomes clear that Heisenberg has been busy preparing too, and has in fact transformed into a gigantic human-machine hybrid resembling an enormous cybernetic lizard, which was a surprise, if I'm honest.
A lizard? Really? Yeah, maybe it's just
Now,
I've
instead
never
of one
seen a
big
clearer
hammer, he
image
has a
of
giant
film.
buzzsaw for a hand and the power to control magnetism, pulling steel plates towards him to create a shield and launching you high into the air so he can wail on you at his leisure.
File. File at will.
Almost enough to make you miss the
I
terrifying
thought
baby.
it was Carl. Shut up.
Almost. So those were the 7 most extreme boss transformations in video games that we didn't see coming. Have you got other suggestions of your own? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to read them. And if you enjoyed this video, please do check out some of the other videos on the screen right now, or check out our Patreon at patreon.com.
You know, I just realized this was one video to where we actually didn't see anyone. Huh, that's a little strange. Well, anyway, folks, I hope you all enjoyed this. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Link to the original will be in the description below, and I'll see all you folks next time when we flick on. Peace out.